All right, everybody, we're here in the garage with an update on the Fairlane. I did find, I don't know, in the previous videos, all four hubcaps are here, and I carefully set them on the roof. They're not being touched, so it's not scratching the paint, even though, as you can tell on the hood, the paint is gone. I mean, there are some spots that are still pretty nice, but this is all rust. It's all pitted through the paint, so I mean, that's as good as it's ever gonna get. You know, I'm gonna wash it by hand when I get it running and driving and see, but I mean, this is all rust pits. So the paint is pretty much gone. The fenders are got a lot of it on there as well. But as what I'm doing right now, it's hot as crap outside, so just bear with me a little bit. I got a bunch of parts ordered. First thing I'm going to do right now is replace the fuel tank. I got a new tank, so this is the new tank. Comes with a new lock ring, and it comes with new straps and the rubber for the straps, the new bolts for the holders for the straps, and this is the sending unit that goes in the tank. It's still wrapped up in bubble wrap. Looks really good. They packaged it really well, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's see. The bottom of this car is really nice. And the tank, the actual tank looks fantastic. I wouldn't be scared of using this tank if it did not sit for as long as it has. I can already tell you, the gasoline in this vehicle is nasty. I mean, I can smell it. I haven't even drained it or opened up the cap, the gas cap on this thing, but I can already tell you, it is some stinking stuff. So we'll see if there's anything in it. The fuel tank with the straps and the unit and everything, it was like $380 delivered to the house. So I figured, you know what, instead of dropping this tank, pulling the sending unit out, seeing if the inside's rusted, which I'm pretty sure it is, fuel's all gummed up in there, just be easier just to buy a tank and slap it up in here. So yeah, there's no fuel in it. If there is, it's turned into a gooey, solidly liquid type thing, because that plug is disgusting. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this tank out. Sure stinks. Slide this out of the way. I would have someone videoing me doing this, but I don't have a tripod. I'm just doing all these videos on my phone. So, you know, I wish I could have someone showing you guys what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna do a video, I guess, of everything that I will be doing, and then I'll show you a completed video when I'm done. Is the best I can do. So these are your straps. I got new ones. I could use these ones, but they came with a new tank, so I'm just going to use those. They just hook into here. The bolts are there and there. They just have a nut on, and you take the nut off, and they come right off. They don't even have rubber straps on here, which is interesting. The sending unit is right here. What I'll do is I'll undo the back half of this tank, lower it down, and then work on getting this sending unit out. I do have to undo the fuel filler neck, which is up in here, and it goes through the trunk and comes out the top up in here. So I have to undo that as well. But I'll show you guys a quick peek underneath here. The bottom of this car is really solid. The only rust spot on this whole car is right here. And the only reason it rusted was there's a mouse nest inside this cavity in the trunk. And, you know, with them doing their business, blah, 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 the water has sat right in this little ridge. And it's just this little hole right here, this little hole right here, and then there's a pretty decent sized hole right here, but I mean, it's easy patch, very patchable. The outer skin is fine. It's all good. So that's just the only little spot, this little section right there. Very easy fix. Unless someone actually looked underneath here, they would never even see it. So let me show you what else I have. Plans for this car. This exhaust is out of here. I'm gonna run duals on this car. It's gonna be a dual exhaust, probably with a crossover right behind the tail shaft of the transmission is what I'm thinking. Like a H pipe or X pipe right underneath there. I'm not gonna do the exhaust. I hate doing the exhaust. I absolutely hate it. So I'm gonna have someone else do it. Anyway, I got, let me get a flashlight. All right, so as of right now, I got new spark plugs to replace the old ones. Got valve cover gasket. I have new V-belts. There's 2 of them. One to drive the alternator and one to drive the power steering pump. I got brand new ones of those. This is the rear drum brake spring kits. These are all the springs and clips and everything for the rear drums. In the video, well, I didn't do a video of it. I explained it in the previous videos that I've done. I had to literally beat these drums off with a sledgehammer and break them into pieces to get them off. The only drum that is still originally on this car is the passenger rear, so that one has nothing, no brakes, no nothing, they're all gone. Same with the front. I had to break the drums off, so I got new rear brakes for the rear. This is a spring kit, new pads, and these are the new drums and new not wheel cylinders, brake. Well, they are the brake wheel cylinders for the rear is what these are. This is where the brake line comes in, and when you hit the brakes, it pushes these plungers out left and right, and it presses the pads out against the drums. So I got new ones of those, so the brakes for the rear are good, ready to go. Just gotta put all that crap in. This is an oil pan gasket. I figured I'd do oil pan valve cover gasket, and hopefully we won't have any other issues, because I know once you have a vehicle sitting, the seals dry up. I'm hoping the rear main seal is not gonna start leaking, because you know, those, I hate doing rear main seals, but if I have to, I will. It does have a 2-barrel carburetor. I was hoping for a 4, but I just took the air cleaner off this morning. It's a 2-barrel. But what I'm probably going to do, I have not sourced parts for this yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna go this way or not. I'll look for a 4-barrel intake and a 4-barrel carburetor, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not rebuilding that carburetor. I don't like rebuilding carburetors. I'd rather just buy probably a 600 CFM Edelbrock and just slap on the top of this and call it good. I still need to order spark plug wires. Those I will get soon. This is a new Gates water pump with seal, bolts, all that good stuff. New Gates water pump, we're gonna install that as well. Just trying to get all the stuff that could give me problems. So, new water pump, got upper and lower radiator hoses as well. Just ordered a new aluminum radiator this morning. It will be replacing this radiator as well. Let's see. This is a thermostat, Gates thermostat. I think it's a 180 is what that one is. I was gonna go with 160, but I decided to do a 180 instead. Thermostat. I do need an air cleaner. That one's shot. This is a new fuel pump. It goes right there. You can see the top of it. New fuel pump to replace that one. What I'm going to do is when I pull the rear tank, I'm going to go ahead and pull this front fuel pump and I'm going to blow the fuel line out. The fuel line looks good. I just want to blow it out, make sure everything's coming out at least one end or the other and it has a good flow. So I'll do that and then install both of those. And then what also I'm working on getting is a front disc brake setup for this car. I've been looking for a few. They make a bunch of different kits. I don't really know which one I'm going to go with yet. I'm still working on that. They're kind of pricey, so I'm shopping around trying to get the best on that. But it's going to be a front disc brake setup, and I am putting power brakes on it. I did find what is it? I did find a power brake booster with the master cylinder and the tap for the intake and all that stuff. It's actually pretty reasonable. I thought it was right around $300, and it comes with everything you need to convert it back over or convert it over to power brakes. So I'm going to do that, make it more driver friendly as far as stopping goes. But that's what I got so far. I will keep you guys updated on this car. I know some people don't like seeing all the parts laying on the car, but they're carefully set there. They'll be fine. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Interior, I did vacuum it out a little bit, clean it up some. Still needs a good detail, but you guys could see it a little bit better. I'm going to look for some interior parts. I did find a new, I think this was the brake handle. I did find a new one of those, so we're good there. And I did find the keys. I don't know if I had told you guys this or not, but when I went to purchase this car, the owner said that they could not find the keys anywhere. They looked in the house, they couldn't find the keys anywhere. Anyway, I went ahead and purchased a car knowing that there was no keys. I figured I'd just have a locksmith come and make me a set. It probably wasn't gonna be that expensive. With it being an older vehicle, I was gonna have him make me keys for the doors and trunk and everything and just call it good. But anyway, when I got it back to the yard, I climbed inside the car, I opened up the ashtray, and lo and behold, here are the keys. And this is the original leather satchel these keys came in. So Ford, which I think is just too cool. And then this is where it was, Baltimore. This was bought brand new there. And then these are the original Ford keys that are still in there, ignition and door and trunk key. Very, very cool. I was very happy to find those keys. So that saved me a little bit of money on that end. But anyway, there's the update. I still have to adjust this door. That's on my list, but that's way towards the bottom of the list. I'm not really worried about that. It still opens and shuts. I'm perfectly fine with it. But this is the update on the car. So we are slowly getting it back together, and hopefully we will be running it. And I don't know, maybe a month and a half, we'll hopefully have it on the road. So if you guys think I should leave the steel wheels on it, let me know. I'm debating on whether to leave the steel wheels on it and put the caps on it, or just find a set of aluminum wheels to go on it. Right now those are 14-inch steels. That's getting harder and harder to find 14-inch tires. I know I can find them, just you're gonna have to pay for them because they're an oddity tire, and when you get an oddity tire you have to pay up for it. So, but I was thinking about just running the regular steels and throw these caps on it and try to make it as original as possible. Let me know what you guys think, and I will keep you posted on the progress. Appreciate you watching. See you in the next one.